Yo, what's up guys? Corey Sandman Sandhagen here. Let's get into Khamzat versus Whittaker. Really not a ton to talk about here, okay, except for that Khamzat's just an absolute demon. The way that he can tangle himself in and just make it so that it's really hard for people to get up. They have to make a mistake, and if they don't have the counter to that person's counter to their initial mistake, kind of like Inception, okay, they're gonna have a really big problem, okay? Being powerful or being strong is really cool. Like Khamzat's definitely a really strong guy, but that dude definitely knows how to make power and make leverage with his body. We're gonna talk about how the rear naked choke is the best choke in order to do that. Let's get into the breakdown. All right, cool guys. Okay, so let's talk about Khamzat and Robert Whittaker and the way that Khamzat's just like an absolute demon. But at the same time, the whole time I was watching that entire first round, I was thinking to myself, man, if Whittaker can just make it through this first round, he'll have like a decent shot at, you know, Khamzat getting really, really tired like you've seen him be in the past. But he didn't make it out the first round, really sucks. We're gonna talk about how like you can actually break someone's jaw like pretty gnarly like that. I probably can't because I'm not like 170 pounds and I don't cut a shitload of weight to get to 170 pounds, but there are ways that you could do that. You can put in some really nasty like rear naked chokes around like the teeth and around the jawline that choke, one, and then two, like can break your teeth like that, or like I've seen people's jaws like go back when they get choked, which is pretty nasty. But let's talk about the way that Khamzat was able to control first, okay? The shot that he had was awesome, right? Like Khamzat really understands base leg idea. If Elias, can you just go like this? Okay, so pretend that the cage is behind us, okay? Khamzat understands the base leg idea. So Elias is going to be on this arm. In this type of position, okay, Elias is going to try to get up with this leg back, okay, like that, okay? He's not really set up, like try to stand up with this one up first. It doesn't make any sense, okay, you can't do it. Like I can't get up on this leg without this one coming up first. That's the base leg idea. So the one that's down is the one that you want to control, okay? So Khamzat has obviously a really good understanding of that because anytime that he shot in on Robert Whittaker, regardless of what it was, this is the leg that he cared about. So when you're taking guys down, for you guys that train and want to learn, when you're taking guys down, what you want to do is try to control this one. I don't care about this one. I can hold on to this one all day. Elias can just get that back and then start to stand himself up, okay? When I have this, or I have his ankle, or whatever it is, and he goes to try to stand up, as long as I can control this, he can't get up, okay? Khamzat did a good job of like literally just like grabbing the ankle, which was pretty cool, and then just yanking it out from underneath him. That's how base leg stuff works. When you have the base leg, the person can't get up until they go the other direction. Boom, now if I'm on this leg, it's not his base leg, he can get up, okay? That's step one. Step two, can you turtle? Okay, so he's behind him like this, all right? He gets his hook in, okay, which doesn't really do a ton for like taking the back initially unless Robert Whittaker makes a mistake, okay? All that does is just make things last a little bit longer and give the bottom guy something to deal with and something to worry about a little bit more than if I'm just on a body lock behind him, okay? If I throw this hook in, whether my intention is to take the back or not, and I have double unders behind, it just adds another thing that I'm weaved into Elias that he has to undo, which is very difficult when the cage is on you. If we're in space, this is not that big of a deal to deal with because you can get up and then you can turn that direction, boom, and get yourself away, okay? When you're pressed against the cage, this can be a really like not fun thing to have to deal with, especially if I'm trying to punch you here like this. Getting this leg out can really be a pain, but that's what you have to do because at that point, what we're looking at is I have my hands connected, which means I'm very tangled to you, and I have my hook in, which means I'm even more tangled to you, okay? It makes it really, really difficult to stand up, okay? Robert was also definitely really worried about the back being taken. When I have one leg in already and I'm hovering over you, it's really hard, one, to just build yourself up, but two, it's really hard to like do that, because you would go that direction, right? Go ahead. When that happens, this becomes really easy, okay? Which definitely was on Robert's mind. Eventually, he ended up making that mistake, but that's really your only option outside of, can you do it to me? You see me when I did this to Umar, like I practiced back defense like over and over and over and over again. Go double unders just for, okay, put one hook in. Okay, when someone has you like this, okay, this is super annoying, okay? But if their hands are locked, I can kind of use my hands here and not have to worry about being choked, okay? I can start to do things like scoop this thing out. I can start to do things like stand up and keep this side sealed. If they get 2 hooks in, big problem. 1 hook, kind of, okay? So as I stand up, I keep this sealed and I can start to build out. If Elias stays on my back, go ahead, jump on me. If he stays like this is not fun, but this is something I can start to get out if they're on double unders, okay? If they're on a seatbelt, it's a different story because at that point, I need to start worrying about my neck. Like if you have a hook in. Double unders, not scary. I can't get choked, okay? Seatbelt, kind of scary. I don't get to use my hands as much. I really need to tuck my chin and protect myself, okay? That's the difference. So understand that. If they're on double unders, you're not gonna get choked, so you can like use your arms to like untangle them. When they're on a seatbelt, you need to definitely be really highly aware of that. The finishing mechanics, okay? Obviously, Khamzat is a freakishly strong guy. Like how fast Whittaker tapped, I was like, what is that? I knew that something had to have gone like really wrong. I didn't know if it was like in his arm or what happened, but when you choke people, can you stand here or sit here? I'm gonna break Elias's jaw real quick. Right, I think I might be, let's see. Okay, so obviously this creates like a ton of tension, okay? Like when my arms are like this, guys, and this is behind here, if I make my chest big and I start to like scissor my arms, a lot of you guys probably aren't old enough to maybe know it. Maybe you guys are, but there's this thing that like cuts paper. You know those things? Yeah. Okay. So the things that cuts paper, where it's like this board, there's like a razor thing over here. You slide the paper, you go like this, and it cuts it. That's essentially what you're doing when you're doing this. Okay. You're creating something that's not going to move, and then you're creating something that can really create like a lot of torque down. Okay. Anytime you're choking anything, you want to make it so that this hole can be as small as possible. When I guillotine, this is how small I can make the hole. Okay, when I'm anacondaing or darsing, this is how small I can make the hole. The reason that the rear naked choke is as strong is because I can like make the hole go all the way away when I use this part of my arm, okay? Which makes it super powerful, right? So when we're here, if I was like strong enough and like maybe I had like a razor blade here, I could like chop Elias's head off in theory, okay? Because again, I can make that hole go all the way away, which is unique, okay? Boom, because it makes it so I can create a lot of pressure. If this thing is across your face, here we go, let's see if I could do it. If this thing is across your face, I'm doing the same thing, but just shoving it into your teeth and into your neck, and you can actually finish the choke that way too, okay? When I'm here like this, like I'll put it kind of across, tuck your chin. I can still choke Elias like this. Like this will choke him. It's gonna definitely hurt too, but like it's going to choke him too.
I'm gonna bite you.
I'll break your jaw if you try to bite me. I'll break it like through your jaw. You'd look like the Joker.
I'd be in a movie role.
Huh?
I said I'd be in a movie role then.
Yeah, you're probably retarded enough to be the Joker. Okay, so we're here like this, all right? Boom, we get here. And like you can create just like a ton of force that way. There's really not a ton of like I can't give you like the math equation, like how that shit works, but it's as simple as like guillotines, that's how much you can make the hole small. Darces, this much. But on a rear naked choke, you can make the hole go to, disappear. And if you're strong enough, and this is like not a fun part to have like across your face because you're so like, it's very bony. Like you can create enough force to do that. You should try it with your friends, in fact. And actually don't do that because I don't want to get in any trouble. I don't want to get sued. I know that people are out there suing people, so don't try it on your friends, but maybe try it on like children or something. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that either. But okay, that's the idea. And the way that you get all that force is by just making this hole this hole disappear. You create this. You don't just squeeze back. You squeeze and you force this part down until their teeth crack in and look like Robert Whittaker. So you kind of hate to see it, honestly, because we all love Bobby Knuckles, but good win on Khamzat's part. Obviously, super strong dude who understands leverage big time. So like, subscribe, comment. Peace. Love you guys. Bye.